Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol and welcome to Marshall Mini Bournemouth. Today is a very, very special day. Today I'm collecting my new car. I'm not one of these people that buys cars all that often. In fact, the last time I bought a car was 5 years ago. So today's a very, very special day. And she is under wraps. In that collection bay is my new baby. Come on, let's go inside and see what I've bought. So here she is in the collection bay, all wrapped up underneath a cover with a big blue bow. Now, no guesses as to what brand, but any guesses as to what car. If you follow my channel, it probably won't be too difficult. So,
yes, please.
It's time for the big reveal. Now, I've done all of my paperwork, and there is a lot of paperwork when you buy a new car. So I'm going to go and get my lovely salesperson, Katrina, who's looked after me brilliantly throughout this whole process, and she's going to do the honours and pull the cover back. Guess the spec yet? I reckon you've probably by now guessed the car. Let me go and get Katrina. Now then, people, I need to introduce you to the beautiful Katrina who's been looking after me here at Marshall Mini. So she's going to do the reveal. Now, who's guessed the colour? I reckon you've probably guessed the car by now, but I'm going to stand here. I'm so excited. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Oh, wow! So welcome to, for now, Ruby 2. A John Cooper Works Clubman, 306 horsepower, in white silver with beautiful red roof, red mirror caps, red stripes. And what a spec. Now I need to show you around the car and then maybe explain a little bit why I've gone for one of these and not a GP. Okay, I probably have some explaining to do. Hopefully by now you've seen the video I put out just a couple of days ago where I talked about cancelling the order I had for the John Cooper Works GP. I placed that order over a year ago, March last year, and kind of watched the development of that car through all the test phases, seeing it in camo, watching it go around the Nürburgring, seeing it at Festival of Speed, and then finally we got to see what it was like behind the camo and got to see some of the first sort of media on it. And it's an awesome, awesome car. And honestly, I have a real dilemma in terms of what I do as a YouTuber and what I do in my personal life. As a YouTuber, absolutely no doubt I should have bought a Mini John Cooper Works GP. It would have been the car for the channel. However, I'm a normal person as well, and I don't have huge amounts of money. This is my car, and I work very hard for my money, and therefore I need a car that's going to be right for me. And having the Clubman JCW as a long-termer was a real thing for me and Tracy, my wife, Mrs. Petrol. We both loved the car to bits, and then you start to realise that actually so much of this car is similar to the GP. It's got the same engine, the same gearbox, very similar performance, but, and this is a big, big but, it's so much more practical for my lifestyle. First of all, it's got a boot, it's got seats in the back, and that means I've got a place to put the dogs, and I can use it every day as a daily, and I think with the GP I would really, really struggle to do that. The other thing that was kind of concerning me a little bit about the GP was I really wouldn't be able to do anything to that car in terms of modifications. I would certainly be quite worried about it in terms of mileage, and therefore I'd always maybe have to feel like I had to treat it with kid leather gloves, whereas this This is going to be used, it's going to be dailied, and I've got some very, very exciting plans for it. So let's take a walk around the car and let me talk about the spec and the reasons why I chose that car particularly, and then maybe you'll understand just a little bit more. Okay, let me walk you around the spec. So white silver, chili red roof and mirror caps, red stripe pack. I think that just sets this car off and makes it really stand out. It's the 306 brake, all four-wheel drive. I guess the big difference between this and the loaner I had was this has the 19-inch diamond cut alloys. If we wander and have a look on the inside trim, in some respects very similar to the loan car I had. So it's got the sports seats. I love these. Far nicer than the kind of leather comfort ones. I just think they look great, but they're also super comfortable as well. And then we spin around. The big difference on the inside is I've managed to get the widescreen sat nav, and that widescreen sat nav also comes with one of my other pet peeves about my loan car, and that is a wireless charge point in the central armrest, which is very cool. And then the two things that actually the deciding factor that made me go for this car is, first of all, I've got a panoramic glass roof, and the difference that makes to the light in the cabin is significant. And then the other thing that I had to have, and is actually very difficult to find as it happens, is I've got roof rails. So I've got some roof bars that have come with the car, so I'll be able to put my roof box on there, I'll be able to put my bike rack on there. But that was an option that was actually quite tricky to find. This car pretty much has every option going. I think the only option it doesn't have is the adaptive cruise control. It's only 4 months old. It's got about 3,500 miles on the clock, and all I need to say is it was some £7,000 cheaper than the GP, and that was a very, very big factor in the decision of me buying this car. Hope you like it. New car collection day is always so special. Anyway, there she is. I would love to know what you think. Please don't be cross with me about cancelling the GP, but honestly, for me and my life, I think that is the best decision, certainly in terms of where I put my money. I couldn't, £7,000 difference between that, a 4-month-old car with 3,000 miles on the clock that was probably £40,000 new, and I paid just under 31. It's just a bargain. It was such a good deal, and I just couldn't turn it down. So I'm hoping that you agree I've made the right decision. I am going to be doing some stuff to the car. I would like to try and make it a little bit more my own. First of all, it needs a name. So any suggestions for the name? At the moment she's Ruby 2, but I'm sure we will come up with a better name very shortly. I've made one small modification so far. Check out that for a key. That is just got to be the coolest thing ever. A company called Fun Fobs. If you are a Mini owner, check them out. They are very cool. But yes, now I'm not going to be driving the car in this video. That is for another video. I'm actually taking the car home tomorrow, but I hope you've enjoyed that one. Please stay tuned for more content with Ruby 2. I'd love to know what you think, but I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'd like to say thanks to all the guys at Marshall Mini, especially Katrina. She's looked after me brilliantly, and made the whole experience very, very cool and allowed me to film and share it with you guys, which I hope you appreciate. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. Please, if you did so, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe. Just as an aside, the day I committed to buying this car, I then drove to BMW HQ to pick up a press car, and this was parked outside. Some might call this fate.